Welcome to the Sparky Coach podcast. This platform was built by Sparkies for Sparkies. We simply exist to make business owners more profitable, or businesses more profitable and more predictable. So we want to work with people that work hard because we love working hard too, that work smart because you got to be on top of the business, people that are kind because no one likes a dickhead. Am I right? People who want results because that's what we're here for, right? And people who want to be part of a like-minded community. So if you're interested in hearing more about the platform, please reach out and enjoy the podcast. Sparky Coach Podcast. Your smile fades in the summer, part 3. That is, in fact, a Blink 182 reference. Shout out to the all-time great Chessier Cat first album, 1994, something similar, 96 maybe, don't know. I'm not saying I don't care because I do care, but what a time to be alive. But coming into your smile fades in the summer, this is part 3 of a 3-part series. Who would have thought? But this is the final installment of the 3-part series, and we just want you to have the best December, January that you can. And a cooked Christmas period can have lasting effect for months. And a well-oiled Christmas period can be an absolute blessing to you and your business. So at this point, we're probably in like mid-October-ish, something like that, when this podcast comes out. You're going to have 9 to 10 weeks left in the year. You want to be booking a Christmas party. You want to know what day that is. I was a big believer Christmas parties should be the day. So they should be Friday, I think you want people to have the time off. In my head, I wouldn't be booking anything extracurricular on weekends at that point. Personally, I just think it's the right thing to do for your staff. So honor your staff. It's a great time to get together, have some beers or kombuchas or whatever you're doing, and break some bread together and have some laughs together and do some awards if that's what you want. And maybe you work a couple hours or a half day, or maybe you have the day off, but the more generous you can be to your staff members, the better. This is not the time. This is not the season. We're in absolute trade shortage. We're in absolute trade crisis, like tradee crisis, I should say. This is not the time to be losing staff members. And if you are doing something cool, put it up online. Put it up on Instagram for the world to see, because company culture is so incredibly important. Company culture can retain staff and attract staff, and you certainly want to be attracting as many staff as you can at this point. Most people would pay money for an applicant on their Seek ad or Instagram ad or something like that, and it's just hard. It's a tough market out there. So make sure you honor your staff and do some cool stuff. Christmas bonuses, never really got around that personally in my company. I was a big believer of like the Netflix philosophy, pay once, pay well. And, it doesn't really matter how you dabble with that. Like, do you give Christmas bonuses or not? And I think the thing is with me, a lot of times, don't you reckon you carry through your positive or negative experiences as a child into parenthood? Like what went good and what sucked. And also interestingly enough, as an apprentice or an employee, like what was good? What did you like? What would you do again? And what did you not like? And so for me, a couple of things I didn't like as an apprentice was getting smacked over the back of the head was never a good time. So I was like, all right, so we're going to treat the apprentice as well, because that's not a vibe. I obviously grew up in a different generation to the young ones now, and it was brutal out there. It was brutal out there. People like silicon your tools down, clipped on the back of the head, conduit slammed in places where they shouldn't be. Conduit should not be in some of these places. Crazy times. Send me your stories if you've got some crazy stories, and it's like kind of funny and kind of like not funny at the same time. But and my story wasn't even bad. I don't want to talk it down. It wasn't really that bad. Okay, it was pretty bad. I'm seeing counselor. No, I'm not really. But what if I was? But coming into it, treat your staff well, treat your apprentices well, and showcase it. So Christmas bonuses, I got first year, I think I got $300 bonus. Second year, let's say $500. Third year, $750. And then what happened was with me, I quit before my Christmas bonus came out. I wanted to give my boss, I was going to Bible college, I wanted to give him to the end of January. So I finished my 4-year apprenticeship and then quit. And pretty typical, started my own business straight out of that kind of thing. But I quit deliberately before my Christmas bonus. And I was probably expecting a couple $1,000s at that point. I was killing it. Well, I thought I was killing it. And then I ended up going, strategically, you look at it, you go 300, 500, 750. I was on track for coming out of my time, had a van, just felt like I was on fire for the company. And I ended up getting $500. So a bit of a pay reduction from the year before, most likely because I quit before the bonus came into it. So there's no real incentive. And that always stuck with me and affected me. And I love, if you heard anything that I've done, I love my old boss. And that stuck with me. That was almost 20 years ago. And I was like, well, I didn't feel like you did the right thing by me back then. Like, people don't forget things. So make sure you're not doing things that they're going to remember. Make sure you're not doing things to your staff members, whether that's underpaying them or not paying them their due overtime, or whether you're erring consistently on your side. Make people remember this stuff. You've got to pay respect where respect is due. And my hands up, I remember this psycho time when I wasn't on top of the admin at all, and just paying, I think I was paying 2 first-year mature ages at that point, and then I got a hold of the award because I'd just been paying them, and I'd underpaid them. I think it was something like $100 a week for maybe a year or close to that. So as soon as I found out, and we like to pay 10% above the award for our apprentices, especially the first and second years, and a bit more for the third and fourth years. But as soon as I found that out, I called them and I was like, guys, my hands up, stuffed up, wasn't on top of it. Here's your money. So just straight away, like, you're going to not be perfect as a business owner, but you want to be better, getting better. But back to the bonuses situation, I remember for me, that was always a standout, because I was, as someone getting bonuses, you always want to be getting more, like if you go from 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000 to 4,000, when can you go backwards as a bonus? Because if you're budgeting for that bonus, it's going to be difficult if you're going backwards or not sure what to expect. And I just think in this day and age, pay once, pay well. I have seen people lose staff members because they were on incentive schemes, and the staff member got $45 an hour, but really it was $48 with the incentive scheme. And then the staff member left the $45 an hour job, which was really $48, and they left for $46.50 because it was more money. And it was just not properly articulated that, you also get an incentive scheme, reverse engineered, that results in you getting 48. And, I think it's just got to be paying once, paying well is such a clean way to put it. I'm not against incentive schemes or Christmas bonuses by any stretch of the imagination, as long as, just think about this. If you're giving someone a 10 grand Christmas bonus and they're getting, say, $50 per hour on wages, you don't want them leaving for $52 because it's more money, when in fact their bonus puts them at $55. So you just got to be making sure that you're reverse engineering it, you're making it as simple as possible for the end user, aka your employee, and you are boosting into the world, riding bareback on some kind of Trojan business horse into the sunset with all the staff members holding on to them behind you. It's really important that you're able to retain staff members, and good people retain staff members. Okay, so Christmas bonus, do it, do not. There's no right or wrong answer, as per everything. It's just a matter of, like, are you comfortable that you're doing everything you can to retain your staff members? That's a good thing to always do. Are you doing the right thing by your staff members? But I want to talk to you today about January clients. And, Christmas bonuses are interesting, but, I'm a massive believer as well. Get your Christmas party booked in. Make sure that you go to every single Christmas party you're invited to. That's really important. Break some bread with people, have some beers, have some acai bowls, whatever you're doing with them. Go-karting. Just go to as many Christmas parties as you can, because you want to be building those relationships. Those relationships are worth their weight in gold. They're going to carry you through dark times. They're going to carry you through times when it's like, oh, hey, can you tell me what that other price is? Can you give us some heads up here? Where do I need to be at? You want to be able to have these big conversations with your clients, and it's a lot easier to have a big conversation with someone you have a good relationship with. So if you've got a good relationship, you can have some big conversations and you can have them well. It's really hard to have a really big conversation with someone that doesn't know you, doesn't trust you, and vice versa. So be careful, and just make sure you're just like not too busy to go to things, and be present. And when you go there, be present. Put your phone down, be present, chat, look people in the eye, ask some questions about themselves. Really, this is a critical foundational one-on-one stuff. Be the most interesting person in the room, because interesting people do interesting things. That's why it's so important to maintain hobbies and read and be able to engage in a conversation where you're not always retaliating or being like, oh, that's all right. Like, be able to engage in big conversations in light manners is huge. It's huge. Having good manners, shaking people's hand, looking them in the eye, like, that's such critical business skills. It sounds silly to even talk about, but don't neglect the people. What do you want? More money? What's more money on the other side of? Clients giving you work. Who are clients? People. And who's going to do the work for the clients? Staff. Who are staff? People. So don't forget about the people in your world. And Christmas is a great time to, whether you're religious or not, it's a great time to bring it back to people. And you are a person too. Speaking of people, we know your staff are important. I want to talk today about clients, and January clients in particular. It's my opinion that the best clients you have will be able to give you work in January. So when you think about a client, what do you want in a client? You want someone who's going to give you good work, who's going to give you repeat work, and who's going to pay good money. Now, when you think about repeat work, you think about someone that can give you work all year round. Let me say that again. You think about someone that will give you work all year round. Now, December and January, as much as we want to shut down and go camping with no reception, that is a time of year. It's a time of year, and it's a time of year that lots of people are in their busiest period. So we used to work for a commercial bakery, classic example of a January client. They baked bread every single day. And it didn't matter if it's Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Boxing Day, Australia Day, Labor Day, didn't matter. They're baking bread. Doesn't matter. We've got to sell bread. People still need to eat on public holidays. As a matter of fact, people buy more bread around public holidays, around Christmas time. Retail, people go out, bricks and mortar stores, a lot more during the holiday periods. Caravan parks give you a lot of work. Holiday periods are their busiest time. Schools can be a fantastic way to fill in December, January. And then a lot of times the school needs people to work there while there's no kids there. And that there's no kids during the longest break is the Christmas break. It's December 15 to Feb 1 or something not too dissimilar to that. So I was so fortunate when I was going through my apprenticeship. I was watching my old company I was working for, RJS, shout out to the big dogs. I was watching them work at Cranbrook School, and I was doing work at Cranbrook School during these breaks and doing work for builders, because building sites would roll through, and it was such great work, and it was all year round. And I think you've got to be, what kind of clients do you want? You want January clients. And specifically, you're looking for January jobs. A January job, a great one to put in there is like exit emergency lighting, test and tagging, trip time testing, thermal imaging, just the kind of stuff, that routine maintenance stuff that you might be too busy at for the year. And now you can book out January. So you got to manufacture. January is one of those months. If you're not established in business, you got to manufacture a January, and you can do that by come November, December. You can start to push jobs into January. Hey, do you mind if we get that done in January? Hey, do you mind if I move that to January? Hey, do you mind if I move this rewire across here? Hey, that stuff is due December 15. Do you mind if I do it January 5? What do you want in business? Clients give you repeat work and good work and well paid. Chances are, ticking that box, they can give you work in that January period. And while I don't think anyone's queuing up to work between the 23rd of December and the 30th, I think it's important that someone is on call in your business in that point. If you just shut up shop from the 23rd to the 15th, I'm having a break, I've had a big year, you're going to get your break. But that break might just come at the expense of you losing some clients or you losing some opportunities. Now, we all know most companies are really busy in November, December, and they shut down completely in January. They go off-grid completely, and not off-grid in a good way. They just shut down, burnt out, stressed out, super tired. Get stuffed, everyone. Get stuffed life. I'm sitting on this chair on the beach for 2 weeks. And, that's incredibly dangerous, because it's leaving the door open for other companies to come in. So what you want to do is you want to be able to be a bit flexible, a bit malleable, you want a bit of space in your November, December. So when someone else drops the ball, hello, guess who's there to pick it up? You are. Guess who's there to answer the phone? You are. Guess who's got the quote back on time? You do. Guess who's doing your job January 5? Me. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing your job. So you want to leave some spaces and places in your schedule to look after clients, because when everyone's dropping the ball, you want to pick the ball up. When everyone's not getting back to people, you want to be responsive. When they can't get a hold of their person, hello, this is where you come into it. This is the time and the season that you have been waiting for. You've been waiting for an opportunity. Here comes your opportunity. Don't shut down at this time. Don't get too busy and bury your head in the sand. This is an opportunity. We're coming into an opportunity season that's filled with people. And I know you started a business because you're probably good with people. So let's exercise that. Let's get back to people. Let's call people. Let's be responsive. Let's be on time. Let's be safe. Let's be neat. Let's be tidy. Let's be clean. If the client asks for something else, sweet, we can get that done. Unfortunately, we can't get that done. Is it cool if we get it done on January 8th? Yeah, sure. Not a problem. Bam. This is your time. This is your time to shine. This is your opportunity. Don't get bogged down in the busyness of business, where you're just like existing freight training towards a holiday where you're going to bury your head in the sand, literally and figuratively, and shut down from life. You don't want a business you have to shut down from. You want to enjoy your business, right? I'm not saying you don't need a break. I'm saying have a break at another time of the year. This is your opportunity. This is a great opportunity. Keep the phone on. If no one has to know you're away, don't tell them. If you can get the problem solved, either via someone in your company, yourself, or a subcontractor, get the problem solved. The more problems you solve, the more money you make. And the more problems you solve for the more people, the more money you make. And the more problems you solve consistently for more people, the more those people are going to tell people. They're going to chip you into their friends, chip you into their families, chip you into their businesses, chip you into their workplaces, because they trust you, because you got the job done. You turned up when you said you're going to turn up. Everything was safe and clean. You were honest and reliable and personable, and you patted the dog. Like that's the kind of business you want to run. And you want to run a business that you, not only you do that, but your staff members operate in that. And it's so important to be pushing forward with the right people, because you're pushing into the right season. We're pushing into the people season, the Christmas season, the Christmas spirit. And it's so important. Don't forget about your family in this coming few months. Like, I'm not telling you to work nuts overtime, but maybe, just maybe you can stop and recognize, hey, we're really busy coming up. We might need to hire. Okay, that extra hire can take a lot of pressure off your next few months. That extra subcontractor 2 days a week or 1 day a week can take a lot of pressure off your next few months. That extra apprentice or administration hire can take a lot of pressure off your next few months. So look after yourself. Stop collaborating list and vanilla ice style. Recognize that 'tis the season. This is the season. This is your season we're coming into. So this is not the time to drop the ball. This is the time to pick up balls that other people have dropped, to pick up new clients, to pick up new staff members, to treat people well, to break some bread with people, to have some beers with people, to have some kombuchas with people, and to enjoy your business and to enjoy what you've created, and to partner with good people moving forward into business success. So wherever you're at, just take a breath. Plan the rest of the year out. Plan your start dates, plan your finish dates, plan your bank account, plan what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, plan who's working over the break, plan the day you're going to come back to site, plan the jobs you got in January, plan. Just forecast, plan, execute. Forecast, plan, execute, and don't forget to be kind. So that's part 3 of Your Smile Fades in the Summer, Blink-182 style. Thanks for hanging out. Crow Dog here, checking out, and look after yourself this busy season of business. Remember to stay calm and execute accordingly. Thanks, guys. Peace. That's a wrap on another podcast. Whatever you're doing, don't be too busy to stop and check if you're making money. And above all else, you know the rules. Be kind. See you soon.